Hello everyone, it's Tom again. I'm back to talk to you about F1 Fantasy. Obviously we've had the Practice 1 and Practice 2 sessions today. I just want to have a quick review of how the teams did and how that affects our fantasy teams. Have a quick look first of all at how the teams did in terms of time. We're looking at FP2 here because that's more representative of qualifying and the race, so you're going to get a better idea of the pecking order for qualifying looking at the FP2 times. And yeah, then once we've had a look at that, we'll have a quick look at my teams as well. One quick thing I will say, I'm also on Twitter now. Make sure you follow me at PopPanManF1 and make sure you like and subscribe to the video. It really helps me out, and helping me out means I can continue helping you guys out. So yeah, we'll look at quickly look at the times. Verstappen on top, Ferrari just behind. George Russell put in a decent lap for Mercedes, coming fourth, or even that as a decent lap, it's still half a second behind Max Verstappen. Obviously, don't read too much into these times, by the way. They're just practice times, but you know this is the best we've got to go on so far. It's more accurate than what we've looked at in testing. So, Valtteri Bottas, really interesting. Popped up in sixth place. He had a terrible start to the start to the day in FP1, where he basically didn't do any laps, but he put in a lot of laps in FP2, so it kind of makes up for it. Perez down in seventh. The Has boys in the midfield looking interesting. Lewis also struggling. We'll talk about him in a minute. And then down the bottom, we've got the Alpine of Ocon down here. The AlphaTauri's kind of close together, just like a tenth or so of a second between Gasly and Tsunoda. That's interesting. Aston Martin's kind of unexciting down here. Danny Ricciardo had an issue with a water leak or something, so only put in 12 laps, hence the poor time. And the Williams boys just struggled considerably. So I'll bring up my teams quickly so you can see here are my current teams. Whilst you're looking at that, I'm going to quickly run through what happened in practice and how that affects things. So, Red Bull obviously looking strong. Max was on top. It's tempting, as you can see by Team 3, to try and make a draft with Max Verstappen as the main driver. It's really tempting, which means Ferrari will be the constructor. And this is what I've come up with as a kind of best option at the moment, with Alonso putting in a good performance in FP2. Tsunoda looking like a reliable pick. Magnussen looks like a bargain, and then you got the Ferrari boys as constructor, and then Leclerc is able to be the turbo driver. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting build for Verstappen. I'll be interested to know how you guys have shoehorned Verstappen into your teams if you're picking him. Obviously, you can't turbo drive him, which kind of puts me off picking him. But yeah, it's definitely an option. Like Verstappen looks super strong. It's important not to read too much into the fact that he massively outqualified Perez. Christian Horner said himself he did confirm that both Max and Checo are on different setups, so you know they're trying out different things, and that's probably the truth for most, if not all, the teams. So don't read too much into this teammate beat this teammate, because they're probably on different setups to try and gather as much data as they can. However, Max did come out on top, so yeah, interesting to see if you can get Verstappen into your team. Also, Red Bull, they're reliable. We know they're very reliable, so you know, good bet on them. I do like my team one at the moment because they've got Red Bull constructor and Perez, so I'm kind of like tripling up on Red Bull in a way. Whereas if you went for team three, you've only got Verstappen. There's no Perez, so if you understand what I mean, Red Bull would be. It's like I've got Verstappen and Perez plus Perez again, so it's like I've got three Red Bull drivers if I do it like this. It's kind of a nice way to think about it. Ferrari, they looked, again, another strong performance. They looked really strong in both FP1 and FP2. They look like they've got bargain written all over them. Leclerc is a good shout for turbo driver, being priced under 20 million. He got pole in Bahrain back in 2019, so he's definitely good at the track. So yeah, I really there's no way I'm not starting the season without Leclerc in my team as a main driver to turbo drive. Basically, there's potential for turbo driving Perez, but I think I'm kind of set on Leclerc. Mercedes bounced all over the place. A piece of George's car actually broke off down the main straight because it was bouncing so aggressively. Hamilton claims that they're not bluffing like before, so he's actually admitted that they were sandbagging in the past, but he's adamant that they're not. They are actually struggling. And honestly, looking at testing, looking at practice sessions, it does look like they're behind Red Bull and Ferrari, which is why you see zero Mercedes in my teams at the moment. But you know, if you want to put Mercedes in, go for it. You never know what they might pull out of the bag. It could be a double bluff. It could be a double bluff from Hamilton. But yeah, McLaren appear to have a short-term solution to their brake issues. They looked slightly off the pace, but then McLaren never looked great in Fridays from recent. Just my general feeling that they never seem to do that great on Fridays, but they seemed pretty good on the actual weekend. AlphaTauri just looks steady, nothing exciting. Tsunoda I still think Tsunoda looks like a little bit of a bargain. Alpine, Alonso put in a really good performance in FP2. That's not the only reason why he's in this team. I think he just sort of fits nicely in with the price bracket, and I think Alonso's just, we all know Alonso's a good driver. Ocon's side pod literally got ripped apart within the first 5 minutes of first practice, taking Mercedes' new side podless design to new extremes. Not really, it literally fell off. So Alpine, some question marks over their reliability perhaps, but yeah, Alonso looks good. Alfa Romeo look fast. Bottas looked fast. FP1 was a disaster for Bottas. He basically didn't get a single lap in, but he came out and put in a hefty chunk of laps in FP2 and looked really impressive. I'm really tempted, as you can see by my Team 1. Bottas is in here at the moment. It feels like a little bit of a punt, a little bit high risk, but I'm kind of tempted to just be like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's bloody go for it. I really like Bottas. I like the look out from Renault. They got that Ferrari engine roaring this year by the looks of it. Ferrari engines in general seem to be on the strong side of things. Of Has, Ferrari and Alfa Romeo all looking quick. Bottas is just, I really want to take that punt. But yeah, his teammate Jian Yu Zhu, however you pronounce it, looks steady, unexciting, no issues for him. Yeah, not bad. Has, again, decent performance, for sure, definite improvement on last season. They still look like a bargain to me. Aston Martin, unimpressive. They don't feature in any of my teams, as you can see. Just, the whole Vettel situation being replaced by Hulkenberg, and we know Hulkenberg's a good driver, but he's come in super cold to this season, and yeah, it's just going to be tricky for him to get up to speed in time. And Stroll just, like I say, unexciting, to be honest. Fairly reliable looking Aston Martin, but yeah, unexciting, keyword. Williams, rock bottom. Maybe they're massively sandbagging. That was a joke. But yeah, I don't think Williams are going to do that great. They just don't look great. Both Williams and McLaren, interestingly, got reprimanded by the FIA for breaking curfew last night. So they had mechanics working on the cars past when they were allowed to, which kind of indicates to me that both McLaren and Williams maybe have more work to do than the other teams. But yeah, that's pretty much it. These are my teams at the moment. This may still change. We've still got FP3 to come, and yeah, just, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm really pleased with the teams I've got at the moment. Let me know what you think of my teams. Do you agree with them? Do you think I'm missing anything? I'm only one person, and you are all like hundreds of people. So let me know what you think. I'll be interested to get some thoughts from other people. See if they agree with me, or if I'm missing something. Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter, and I'll see you next week. Enjoy the race. Enjoy qualifying. Enjoy the race. It's going to be great. Thanks very much. Bye bye.